Good day. In this activity, I will create a simple program that investigates the safety of enumeration types using C++ and C# programming languages. In this program, we will test 10 different operations on enumeration types, including assignment, displaying enum values, equality, equality comparison, relational comparison, addition, subtraction, multiplication, casting the enum to an integer, assigning an invalid value, and lastly is an incrementing the enum value. So let's start defining the word enumeration. It is called enum. It's a user-defined data type that consists of a set of named constants. So these constants represent fixed values that makes programs easier to read and image. So I define this for you because we will be using this in our activity. So the purpose of this activity is to perform different operations on enumeration types to determine what incorrect or um, unusual operations are allowed in most languages. So first, I will demonstrate the C++ um, program, and then I will rewrite same operations in C# to compare the behavior of enumeration types in both languages. So I'll be using the online compiler in Programiz to run both codes. So let us start. For us to start, we will start here in C++ and delete all the default content of our online compiler. So the first part, we will be declaring the input and output library used for displaying output on the screen. So let's start. And then after that, we will be um, making a standard library function such as cout and end line without rewriting std. So that's why we will be using this standard library, the this part. Okay, and after that, um, we will be declaring an enumeration, um, and we will name it with color and then with the three values. So let's try to do it here. So let's start with enum, then let's name it color, and then we have three values of the colors. We have red, green, and also with blue. Okay, so by default, red has zero value, green has one value, and blue has a value of 2 in this part. Okay, so next line is we will be making our functions already. Okay, so let's try to make our function. Okay, we make this one because this is where our program execution begins. So at this time, we will now, after declaring our functions, we will now make it two variables of type color and created and assign enum values. We will be making our first operator or operation, which is our first one is the assignment. So let us assign this time. Again, we have here the two variables of type color. We created and assigned the enum values, which is the C1 is our red. As you can still remember, the red here is 0 and green is 1. Okay, and we will end this with semicolon. Okay, so and after that we will be um, what's that? Printing the values of these. Let's start with C1. Okay, so basically in this part, we just displayed the value of C1 and we're just copying it and just replace the variable name also to display the value of C2. Okay, next is we will now be having our second operation, which is our equality comparison. For us to do that, um, basically in this part we will can check the value of C1 and C2 and compare if the value are equal with each other. So it's gonna start. It's gonna just display um the value while having our comparison. So that's why we were gonna start with C out. Okay, and in this part we will now comparing the um the value of C1 and C2 if they are equal with each other. Okay, so we are done with our equality comparison. Next thing is we will be comparing, we will be having our next operation, which is the relational comparison. Okay, so um, it's gonna try to display also while having our comparison. Okay, so say out again. we're gonna be using less than. So in this part, we are having our quality comparison, wherein we compare the value of C1 if it is less than C2. Then we're going to end with semicolon. Okay, now let's have our next um, operation, which is addition. So basically, we're just adding the two, this two, the value of, maybe we'll add the value of C1 and C2. Yes, so let's gonna try to add. So let's gonna declare it, int add, and declare a variable that can hold um, the sum of C1 and C2. So let's gonna add this two, and then end with the semicolon. And let's gonna try to display the value of add. Let's try to display the value of add. If let us see if we are, or they are, what would be the value if we will be adding with those value of the C1 and C2. The next thing is we will be having using another operation, the subtraction. So we were gonna use, we're gonna see subtract C1 and C2. I mean, we're gonna subtract C2 to C1, okay, so that we could have our positive value. So let's gonna say int sub, um, declare, we are now declaring a variable for our um uh, sub, yeah, the sub variable, which is an integer that can hold the answer of the subtraction for C2 and C1. Okay. Next is let's gonna display. I think we just copy and paste this one so that it will not be take us long to type again and again. And let's just replace this with subtraction. And then let us say sum. Let's play the value of the sum. Okay. Next is number 6. We'll be using number 6 operation, which is multiplication. This time we will be declaring another variable for multiplication, that can hold the value of, I mean, yeah, that can hold those um, answer of the two multiplied um, number, or yeah, so therefore it's equals to, let us say, let's multiply C1 with number 3, okay, and with semicolon, and display the output of multiplication, and display the um, display the value of mol, which is the multiplication. operation, which uses the multiplication operation. Then, the next operation is we will be casting the enum or the enumeration to integer. So let's try to cast um, so let's gonna what's this? Declare a value. I mean declare a new variable. We will name it value. Okay. So it's just like what's that? Casting is like converting the enumeration. Okay, so let's try to convert we have here the integer value and let's gonna put this or um, um what is this? Um it's gonna say that this C2 is an integer. Okay. Okay, so in this part, C2 is an integer and then we put it into the variable name value. Or convert that or putting the C2 um, value into the variable value. Okay, and end with semicolon. So let's gonna try to display here the output. Okay, the uh, it's gonna label it with casting enum or converting. Let's gonna say casting enum. Okay, so um, display the value of the variable name value. Okay, we're done with the operation 7, which is casting or converting enum to integer. Next thing is next operation will be assigning invalid integer value. Okay. So um, that's gonna say color invalid equals to color 10. Okay, and after that we will be displaying the value of invalid. Okay, so we're done with our number 8 operation. Next thing that we will be doing is next operation would be using a condition in enum. Okay, so of course we'll be using a condition. Maybe we should use the if. Let's try to use the if, and if that is true, then it will um if if it is true, um yeah, see, what is it? If the value of C1 would be true here here, it will display the output. So maybe we could put, see out here. Okay, so we will name it, will display that we had our, you know what would be the output of this? So we could say, used in condition. Okay, if it is true, then it will display, if C1 value is true, then it will display, um, this part or this line. So now this button. Okay, we're done with our number 9 operation, which is using the enum in condition last without the last operation. Oh my god. Okay, our last operation is, let's gonna say we will increment the enum. Okay, so what's that? C1, we're gonna say C1. We'll use the C1, equals, color, color, and then color would be C1 as 1. Okay, and then end with semicolon, and then we will display the incrementing value of C1. It's gonna see increment now. And then that's gonna display the value of C1. The incremented value of C1. And then, okay, we are done with our last operation, which is incrementing the value of, um incrementing the value of enum. This time we will, end our problem, so let's gonna return it with 0. Return 0 and then semicolon. Oh my god, I think I got mistake here. And this with end line. Sorry. Close and open curly brackets. Wait. Okay, let's gonna check our. Oh, we forgot the close and open curly brackets. I mean the open curly brackets with our, main function. Alright, so we are done. Let's gonna try to run our. Hopefully it will work. Let's gonna try to run this. Let's gonna see if the output. There's something wrong with line 22. See out invalid. Uh-huh. Line 22. What's wrong with this? Mhm. Invalid. Just gonna check, before or invalid. It's gonna check if what happened to our error here. Ah, okay. Oh, we forgot to end with, semicolon on this part. I think so. Oh, the most important one. Okay. Yeah. That's gonna try to run. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there you go. There we go. There we go. We are done with our, first part of our program. So, this program is successfully executed and displayed the output on the screen. So this is our output now. Um, the result shows the numeric values of the enumeration. Okay, so as you can see, we declare an enum here and display the numeric value of those enum, and then um, yeah, display the numeric values of the enumeration constant as well as the result of the different operation performed on them. So in this program, the enumeration name color. So we have here our enum or the enumeration name color contains three constants, which are red, green, and blue, which are automatically assigned integer values starting from 0. So meaning to say, the red equals to 0, green equals to 1, and blue equals to 2. So this program demonstrates several operations on enumeration types, and this includes assignment, yes, one assignment, equality, comparison, and then we also have relational comparison. I think this one got a wrong display here. Let's gonna check it again. So it should be like only one. What is that? One less than symbol. Okay, so it's gonna try to run it again. Okay, so and after that, let us we also had here the addition, subtraction, multiplication, um, including the casting the enumeration value to an integer, and then assigning an invalid integer value to an enum using enum, and then in a conditional statement. And then lastly is incrementing the enumeration value. Alright, so let's explain it one by one. Um, Value of C1. So as you can see here, let's go back with our code. In the first part, where we had our C out, or we allow we use the C out or displaying the output of our code. So in this part, this is our first layout. So as you can see, we display the value of C1, and as what we have said a while ago, that our enumeration has um, we had but it contains three constants, and which start or always start it always starts with 0. Yeah, starting from 0, it assigned integer value starting from 0. So therefore, that's why red is 0, green is 1, and then blue is 2. So in this part, C1, since we declare after the main, we declare that the C1 value is red. So the value of red is 0. So therefore, that's why the value of C1 that we have the displays here in the output is 0, and the value of C2 is 1. It's because we declare here that the C2 equals to green, and in our enumeration, the value of green is 1. So therefore, it displays here the value of C2 is 1. So now we are comparing, we are having our next operation, which is equality comparison. So we compare if red equals to green. So our red here is the C1, and then our green is C2. So the value of um, the value of C1 is um, C1 is, which is red, is 0, and C2 is 1. So it's not equal. So therefore, it displays 0, because here in C++, um, it will, if it is false, then it will, or if the value is 0, then it is false. And if it is any non-zero number, then it will give you true. Okay, so that's why it becomes 0 here in our operation, which is equality comparison. Next is our what's this? equality, and no, relational comparison, the relation of red and green. So we compare if red is less than green. So as you can see, the value of um, our C1, the value of our C1 is um, 0, and the value of our C2 is 1. So if we compare, is C1 less than C2? So this is true. So as you can see, it displays 1 because any non-zero numbers here in C++ will read in the as true. So that's why it becomes 1. Next thing is um, we are having our addition. We add the value of C1 and C2. So as you can see, since here in C++, the enumeration values act as like an integer. So that's why we were able to add C1 and C2. So in this part, we add C1 and C2. So 0 plus 1. So that's why in this part, um, it displays here in the output um, that it becomes 1. And then in our subtraction, in this part, it displays um, 1. It's because C2, which is 1 minus 0, so it becomes 1. So 1 minus 0, that would be 1. And then in our multiplication, so our C1 here is 0, and then multiplied it with 3. Of course, it will give us the value of variable mole, 0. So that's why it displays here 0. Next is the casting to integer, or we are casting or converting the enumeration C2 to the variable name value, which is um, it displays here that after casting, it displays the value of integer value, which is 1, because our C2 value in the enumeration is 1, and we converted it into integer. It allows you to convert from enumeration to integer. So next is um, the next operation that we have here is um, in this part we are assigning an invalid integer value to an enum. Okay, so um, that is why it displays here 10. Okay, so because we are assigning um, what is that, a an invalid um, integer value to enum, and it displays the value of invalid, which is 10. And the next thing here in our conditional, what's this? In our conditional statement, yeah, in our conditional statement, we are, there's no output with this part. It's because um, in this part, this code checks whether if the enum variable C1, okay, this C1 is true or false in a condition statement. So in C++, enumeration values behave like integers. So the constant red has the value 0, so which is considered false in the condition. So the statement inside the if block in this part was not executed. So if the value were green or blue, so or C2 or C3, then which are non-zero values, so therefore the condition would be true and the message would be displayed. So this message would be displayed if it is maybe C2 or C3. Okay. So this demonstrates that enums in C++ can be used in conditions like integers, which may lead to confusing behavior. So lastly is we have our last operation, which is um, incrementing the enumeration value. So that's why we had we added one to our enum um, value, which is the C1, and displayed it. So that's why from the value of C1 is 0 plus 1, that's why it becomes 1. Alright, so um, from the output, we can observe that C++ allows many operation on enumeration values because enums behaves like integers. For example, arithmetic operations such as addition and subtraction, and even assigning an invalid value through typecasting is possible. This shows that enumeration types in C++ are not strictly type-safe since they allow operations that may be considered incorrect or unusual. Okay, so we are done with our C++ code. Let's now move with our C sharp. Okay, so we need to delete this first. Um, so again, I will rewrite the same operations in C sharp to compare the behavior of enumeration type in both languages. So let us start. For us to start, we need to import the system library, which contains the console class used for output. So let's start it with using system. Okay, the next thing that we will be doing is defining an operation what's that, enumeration type with three constants. So the same as what we did in our previous code in C++. Okay. After this, we will be now defining the main program class. Okay, so let's define the main program class. Maybe we could say class program, and that's gonna put close, I mean open bracket, and let's gonna run this. Oh, sorry. Let's gonna next thing would be the main method where execution begins. Okay, so that's gonna say static void um gonna say under this one, and then gonna put it inside our main method. It's gonna put it inside static method, sorry, static void. Okay, and then um Next thing that we will be doing is forgot that to put this inside since this is our main method. So let's gonna put the close and open curly bracket. Okay, let's gonna enter this one because we need a little bit long program here. Okay, so inside with this is our different operation that we will be using. Okay, so let's start with our operation one, which is assignment. Okay, we will declare and initialize um, an enum variable. Some column and then color. Okay, so again we are declaring and initializes an enum variable here. And next thing that we'll be doing is displays the values. Yes, that's why we will be displaying the value of C1 and C2. So that's gonna say console. You can concatenate it with the value of the variable C1. Okay, so we're done with the C1 and now we will just copy and paste it. So that it would be just replacing the variable name. Okay, okay, this is our first operation, which is assignment. The next operation, the next is comparing the equality. Okay, the equality of the enum values. It's gonna say okay, well comparing um that's gonna display it right away. So therefore gonna say console what right right now. Okay, concatenated with the value of with the variable. I'm sorry, with the enumeration. So again, this line we're just comparing the equality of um the between the comparisons. Yeah, the equality and relation comparison between our enum values. The equality. First one will be having the equality comparison. and then before our relational comparison. So only the equality is part. After that, we will just next having our next operation, the relational comparison. Okay, so let's just copy this, and then something is missing in this part. That's fine. Put it in close and open parenthesis. Hmm. Okay, so this part it requires casting, wherein we convert the enumeration to integer. Um, for us to convert, for us to compare the value. Hmm, forgot the semicolon again. Alright, so we are now done with our next operation, which is uh, addition. Still, it requires casting in this part. Hmm. Okay, we just add we just convert first the inum values and then add the um the integer or the converted. It converts into, I mean, the inum values converted into an integer, and then we put it in the add variable. Then we were gonna display. Okay, we are done with our addition operation. Let's now go on with our next operation, which is subtraction. Of course, we will gonna subtract C2 to C1. Let's just gonna copy this because it takes too long to type again and again. So it's gonna say um, sub again, just like the previous code in C++. So let's gonna subtract to C1. Now in this placing subtraction and change the variable name, which is sub. Okay, so basically we just have our subtraction, And the next operation is of course multiplication. It's gonna cast the um what's this? Let's gonna cast the one since in our previous um what's that? In the C++ we just or we use the C2 and add I mean C1 then add with number 3. So in this part also we were gonna I mean multiplied it with number 3. So we will do the same, but in this part we need to cast the C1, convert the C1 into an integer. Okay, so that we could multiply the value and then put it in the variable name mol, integer variable name. And let's gonna display it. Multiplication. Okay, next is we're gonna down go to our next operation, which is casting enum to an integer. Okay, so let's consider in value equals. Okay, it's casting by converting the enum um c2 to an integer and then put it in the variable value. And then semicolon, and then that's gonna display. Okay, and then that's gonna display the variable um value. Okay, so we're done. Next is the eighth operation, which is assigning invalid integer. And then display. Okay, since we are done with the assignment, I mean assign invalid integer value, let's now go to the next operation, which is using enum in condition. So we're gonna check if the enum variable equals to a specific constant. So then after we compare if C1 equals the color that red, then this line will display. Okay, we are now done with the um, number 9 operation, which is using enum in a condition. Let's now go to the last operation, which is um, increment an enum or incrementing an enum. Yeah, incrementing an enum. So let's start with C1 equals, that's going to increment the C1. C1. Okay, so let's now display the incrementing value of C1. Alright, so we are done with the last operation for this code. So let us now close our main function. So I think we already had close curly brackets of our main function. So let's just put it up here. Okay. Alright, let's gonna check if this program will run the same as program that we had, or the code that we had in our previous activity, which previous programming language that we use, which is the C++. So let's gonna try to run this. Okay, let's check what is wrong with this. Mhm. Mhm. Sorry, we've got an error here about it does not contain a definition for the rod. So I think we need to copy it. Forgot. It's a um what's that? It's a very sensitive when it comes to your the name or your letter. It should be caps lock. So therefore, let's gonna change that. What else here? Hmm, it's gonna try to run it again. Got the last error. Okay, we fixed already the um first error. Now let's gonna try to fix the other errors here. Still we are in the line 14. Okay, so this one cannot be applied operands of types string. So let's gonna check here. Um, alright, so I think we've got access for the close and open parentheses. It's gonna check. This one is the close, and then one is the close, and this is the close. So we need to add another close. I'm gonna try to run it again. Hopefully this time this will work. Oh gosh, it works. Alright, so I think we got here. We're able to successfully execute the program in C Sharp. So as you can see, let's go back with the output of our C++. So they have a little bit different, yeah. So like I think it's the only difference here is the value of C1, C2, also with our um, comparison, and I think that's it. Okay, so now let's gonna um, see it one by one. Let me explain to you one by one. So the C sharp has also, um, I mean, this program performs the same operation on enumeration values as the C++ program. Similar to the previous program, the enumeration name color. So this one we have here the red, green, and blue. So the output shows the result of different operations. So we use different operations such as assignment, comparison, arithmetic operation, casting, and conditional checks. So however, one important difference in C Sharp, it requires explicit casting while performing arithmetic operations. So just like this one, we need to cast. Okay, this part we need to cast. There is part here that we really perform a lot of casting. Um, Unlike the C++, enumeration values cannot be directly treated as integers unless they are converted. So this indicates that C Sharp enforces stronger type safety compared to C++, which help prevent incorrect operations on enumeration types. So as you can see here, um, in our um, C++ program, the value of C1 is 0 because it automatically converts into the value here in enumeration automatically um, converts into integer, while in the C sharp, the value of C1 is just red because it does not automatically convert into into integers. So that is why the value of C1 and C2 is a string, which is C1 is red and C2 is green. That is why when we compare it here, is red equals to green, so it gives us false, and is red um, less than to green. So we converted it first here. We converted it or we cast it first before we could compare because we cannot what's that yeah, converted it here. So in this part, through casting, we could able to convert the string, what's that, string value of the enumeration into an integer. So that is why um, it gives us false because C1, which is the red, um, it's 0, so it's not, or here it's C1, which is 0, equals to, is it equals to C2, which is green, where green has the value of 1 in a string, so therefore um sorry, this part we did not cast it because we can compare two string, of course we can compare strings. That's why we were not able to we don't need to convert the value of C1 and C2 because the value of C1 here are still red, and then the C2 is green. But here C1 in this part, since we cannot what's that compare, we cannot compare what do you call it that with it, we cannot compare with that um we can compare the equality. That is why here we don't need to convert in the equality of the equality comparison, but we cannot compare the relation of string. So that's why we need to convert the first. We need to convert first into an integer. So that's why we converted the value of C1 into integer and it becomes 0, and then C2 is 1. So that's why it gives us true. So in addition, we also cast C1 and C2 and put the value into add, and that's why it displays for the addition it displays 1 because C1 here is 0 and C2 is um, 1, so that's why it gives us 1. And then in subtraction also, um, the same as in C++, the same the output is almost the same, but here it's just need first um, to cast the enumeration that we had for us to um, get the, what is that? Get the value or get the integer value. Okay, so therefore this experiment demonstrates that C sharp has stricter rules for enumeration types compared to C++, which help improve what is that? Program reliability and safety. Yes. So let's gonna try to go to what is this? Let me answer the questions that was given in our activity. So the first question here is, what is the output of your program and compare your results? So we already compared, but maybe we could discuss a little bit. And for number two, discuss the source code. So let's gonna try to go back with our program here. Okay, so for the question number one, the output, and we need to compare the result. Actually, the output of the program displays the integer values of the enumeration constant and the result of the operation performed. And then when comparing the two programs, we can see that both the C++ and both the C++ and the C sharp allow enumeration types to store named constant. However, the way these languages handles operation on enums is different. In C++, um, enumeration values behave similarly to integers, allowing many operations such as arithmetic, implicit conversions. While this makes the language flexible, so this is it's really flexible, and we also allow incorrect or unintended operations. So that's really the negative side of it. In contrast with C++, C sharp rather, this in contrast with C sharp, um, C sharp provides what's that stronger type safety by requiring explicit casting when performing arithmetic operations with enumeration values. Therefore, the experiment demonstrated that C sharp has stricter rules for enumeration types compared to C++. So this helps improve program reliability and safety. Okay, let's go on with number two. We need to discuss the source code. Alright, the source code begins by defining an operation type name. So both we we start it with defining enumeration type name color with three constant red, green, and blue, the same as in the C sharp. So several operations are performed. So we have different operations. Then we have 10 operations here. And the same including assignment, comparison, arithmetic operations, typecasting, and so on and so forth. And then these operations were used to determine which unusual or potentially incorrect operations are still allowed using enumeration types. So the program shows that C++ treats enums similarly to integers, allowing more flexible but less safe operations. In contrast, C# requires explicit conversions for arithmetic operations, which helps enforce type safety. So I think that would be all for this activity. Thank you so much and God bless.